Hi, Emma. My feet is hurting from that 10-mile walk earlier. So, here's a little story about that one. So, I brought the car to where I needed to go. Well, I walked 5 miles to the mall after I dropped the car off. Took me a couple of hours. Walked around the mall, which was a huge mistake. But I had to get a phone charger because I knew I was going to be on my phone. I had a few things I had to get. I ate. And then I just sat down. But I think I sat down like the wrong way because my foot was already starting to, you know, was already starting in pain. Well, 127, I think it was, or something like that. Or 2 something. I don't remember. I got a phone call. You can go pick up the car now. Okay. By the way, it needs brakes, it needs a caliper, it needs this, it needs that, it needs the shocks, it needs everything. I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, he ordered it, but he's not gonna be able to get it done today because the parts aren't coming until later. So he's like, you can go pick up the car and just bring it back tomorrow. I'm like, so I had to walk a whole nother 5 miles back to the shop. It took me 3 hours to walk another 5 miles. I was tiptoeing because of how bad my foot was in pain. I just took a shower and the hot water kind of eased the pain up a little bit. But I was crying. I was crying. I was like, oh my God. And now I have to do this whole shit again tomorrow. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not walking. I'm not walking. I'm going to try to get some cash for like the bus or something to learn the bus route or something over there. Because that walk was infuriating. And then just for me to have to actually go get the car fixed tomorrow, yeah, that's a little much. So I figured I'd do a live video since I'm not working tonight to arrest my foot. I figured I would do a live video tonight from home since I won't be able to work tomorrow until after the car is done. So, which God only knows how long that's going to be. He's going to try to get it in as quick as possible. Hi, Ochis. Please hit that sub button. Trying to get to 1K subs. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Puntis, Marco, what's going on? Free music. Puntis. 10 miles is crazy. Yeah, thank you, Emma. It was rough today. It was rough. So as soon as I got into the car, oh my God, the relief on my face was just. And I was thinking about working, but then getting in and out of the car, picking up orders while my foot's the way it is. Nah, I'm like, nah, I'll take the night off. Plus, it's Wednesday. After the car gets fixed tomorrow, this weekend, I'm going far and I'm making money. I will be making money this weekend. My acceptance rate went up to a 77%. So I'm hoping with a higher acceptance rate, it will help. I'm going to probably try Burlington again this weekend. What's going on, Corey? What's going on? It's been a rough day, man. Oh, and I shaved too. Yeah, you deserve it anyway. You've been working. Nah, I know. I'm just trying to get my Subaru as quick as I can, Emma. I'm just trying. But I do have to start taking some days off. I can't just like work like a dog either. Yeah, SpongeBob. See, we got on this shirt. We got SpongeBob, Patrick, Gary, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Sandy, and you can see Plankton right up there too. Thank you, Emma. Do you have abs? Why? You had SpongeBob bed sheets? I love it. I love SpongeBob too. It's one of my favorite shows. My favorite episode is Pressure, the one where they go up to dry land. I love that episode so freaking much. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Mike. Welcome to the channel. Please hit that sub button if you can. You're subscribed. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate that. So, my favorite. I love salt and vinegar so much. Are you close to 3K watch hours? Good question. That's why I'm doing a live video tonight. I'm over 1,600 watch hours. So I'm less than halfway there, which is fucking awesome. Hey, Benny. Is it warm or cold? So I'm in New England, Rhode Island, to be exact. And our temperatures are fluctuating. So at night or early in the morning, it gets cold. It's like the 40, 50s. And then during the day, like today, I think was like 77 degrees. So it was like a little spicy out. In a few days, it's going to be like 82. And then I think like 84. But then it's dropping right back and down into the 70s. You're unsubscribing for that cuss word? Okay. Hey, Deb. What's going on? How's it going? Yeah, we're doing a house live tonight. I'm big? Okay. Congratulations. I know I'm big. That's not an insult. It's supposed to be an 18 plus channel. Why? Who's under 18 here? Am I missing some, Oh, because of your cussing? Heather, how old are you? And be honest. Don't lie. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to turn the fan on. It's warm in here. Sorry, guys. Oh, excuse me. I made homemade bread today. Not sourdough. Nice. Sounds good. Rhode Island has to be just as gorgeous in the fall. Rhode Island's beautiful in the fall. Hey, Sue. Oh, hell nah. Sue, I had to. I was like, you know, I'll do a home stream tonight. Trying to get my watch hours, though. It won't be a long video. Maybe an hour. If I could survive an hour. But I also want to update everybody, too, because I know my 2 posts, if you guys were looking at my posts, they're very confusing. So I also want to explain it, too, about the situation with the car. Heather, you can get out of here. Thank you. Have a great night. You're making nuggies. You're having seconds. I'm so proud of you, Sue. So proud of you. It's way past your bedtime, buddy. Way past your bedtime. I'm fairly new to the game. What does watch hours mean? So it's for people who do like videos, like gig videos and things like that. Watch hours is you know, doing live videos, doing like long live videos, and I guess it goes by with either how long you do your video or how many people are watching your video. I'm not entirely sure, but for monetization, I need 3,000 watch, 3 or 4,000 watch hours. For 3,000, I can unlock super chats and memberships. 4,000, I can unlock other things that I don't remember. I still got to get approved to be YouTube partner first. That's at 3,000 watch hours. Total amount of time that viewers have spent watching. Okay, thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. See, I'm new to this. I'm new to this myself, so I appreciate that. Appreciate you very much, man. Are you on a top bunk? No. It's so I sleep in the attic, and the ceiling's slanted. I know it looks weird, huh? See?
So the ceiling's just slanted. You see that thing right there? Just a slant. I still have to get to 500 subs before I can worry about memberships and supers. But you have your watch hours, right, Corey? Corey, put your at. Put your at in the thing and I'll pin it so people can go and sub to your channel. Please. That's how you'll have to set up? Nice. Not quite. How many watch hours you got? Did you download the YouTube Studio app or? Oh my goodness, Soda, can you stop falling, please? You go over there. Yeah. Yeah, just put it down there, man, and I'll pin it so people can go sub to your channel, buddy. There we go, pinned. Guys, go sub to Corey over here. Help him out, please. If you guys can, please go sub to Corey over here. Can I read to you? What do you want me to read, Sue? Wait, there was another part? Wait, was there another part, Corey? I can unpin it and repin it. Was there another part? Bro's flipping me off every time he eats a chip. Like this. Oh, okay. Alright. So let me remove that. Hold on. Let me unpin message. Now let me pin this one. Okay. Now go sub to this channel. There we go. Where the Wild Things Are? Dude, I don't have that book. Let me see if I can get a book real quick. 1 second. So are you guys interested in crying tonight by chance? Not a problem, Corey. Oh, excuse me. This is a book I've always wanted to read, and I think, excuse me, and I wouldn't be a thing or anything like that. It's a chapter book. It's a book I've always wanted to read. My mom's read it. I've never read it. So are you guys interested in crying at all? Because I have the perfect book right in my hand right now. I can read that one. One Child's Courage to Survive. A lot of people might know this book. I know of this book and I know what happens, but I've never read it. You wish we didn't have to cry? I just don't feel like reading the other chapter books I have. They're too long. But you want me to read a story, Sue? I'm willing to read you a story, buddy. And that's the story I'm willing to read. Look at that little face. Well, not so little anymore, but... That doesn't seem very Halloween-y. Well, I don't have any Halloween books, buddy. I'll have to order some. I don't have any Halloween books, bud. You didn't say specifically Halloween. You just said a book. You're going to be lurking? Sounds good. But I'm willing to read you a book, Sue. I'm willing to read this one. I don't have any Halloween books, bud. So let me know what you want, bud. This is literally like the easiest chapter book that I have. Currently. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll try to pick the next book that's not a crying book. Okay, but I gotta order some. Alright. Story time, guys. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't feel like I'm sitting up. Jesus. Neither does my phone, obviously. Alright, ready, guys? Alright, so A Child Called It. Oh, already sounds sad. That was a crazy bedtime story. Alright, guys. Shh. Teacher's reading now. Shh. Alright, we're going to read the acknowledgements first. Very, very important. How long are the acknowledgements? 1 page. Oh, 1.5. Alright. After years of intensive labor, sacrifice, frustration, compromises, and deception, this book is finally published and available. And I'm not reading that part. No one gives a shit if it's published. We want to get into the book, right? Okay, so this part, I am going to read... I am going to read the author's notes because this is very important to understand, all right? All right. Well, you guys are going to have to, I guess, deal with that. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, guys. I have an idea. Alright, now are you guys ready? Now the phone can't fight me, but now my soda's over there. Oh well. Uh-huh. Got more soda right here. Okay, we're good now. So as I was saying, the author's notes are always important. So here we go. Start getting your tissues out now. Some of the names in this book have been changed in order to maintain the dignity and privacy of others. This book, the first part of the trilogy, depicts the language that was developed from a child's viewpoint. The tone and vocabulary reflect the age and wisdom of the child at that particular time. This book is based on the child's life from ages 4 to 12. The second part of the trilogy, The Last Boy, is based on his life from ages 12 to 18. Hey, Kyle. All right, let's start the book, chapter 1. Heard a noise. All right, chapter 1, The Rescue. March 5th, 1973, Daly City, California. I'm late. I've got to finish the dishes on time, otherwise no breakfast, and since I didn't have dinner last night, I have to make sure I get something to eat. Mother's running around yelling at my brothers. I can hear her stomping down the hallway towards the kitchen. I dip my hands back into the scalding rinse water. It's too late. She catches me with my hands out of the water. Smack! Mother hits me in the face and I topple to the floor. I know better than to stand there and take the hit. I learned the hard way that she takes that as an act of defiance, which means more hits, or worst of all, no food. I regain my posture and dodge her looks as she screams into my ears. Yeah, I'm in the attic. I'm NSK. I sleep up here. What's going on? I act timid, nodding to her threats. Please, I say to myself, just let me eat. Hit me again, but I have to have food. Another blow pushes my head against the tile countertop. I let the tears of mock defeat steam down my face as she storms out of the kitchen, seemingly satisfied with herself. After I count her steps, making sure she's gone, I breathe a sigh of relief. The act worked. Mother can beat me all she wants, but I haven't let her take away my will to somehow survive. I finished the dishes and my other chores. For my reward, I received breakfast leftovers from one of my brother's cereal bowls. Today is Lucky Charms. There are only a few bits of cereal left in a half a bowl of milk, but as quickly as I can, I swallow it before Mother changes her mind. She has done that before. Mother enjoys using food as her weapon. She knows better than to throw leftovers in the garbage can. She knows I'll dig it out later. Mother knows most of my tricks. That room reminds me of Harry Potter's room under the stairs. Minutes later, I'm in the old family station wagon. Because I'm so late with my chores, I have to be driven to school. Usually I run to school arriving just as class begins with no time to steal any food from other kids' lunchboxes. Mother drops my oldest brother off, but keeps me for a lecture about her plans for me tomorrow. She is going to take me to her brother's house. She says Uncle Dan will take care of me. She makes it a threat. I give her a frightened look as if I'm truly afraid. But I know that even though my uncle is a hard-nosed man, he surely won't treat me like my mother does. Before the station wagon comes to a complete stop, I dash out of the car. Look, they used the word dash in here. See, still a DoorDash video. Mother yells for me to return. I have forgotten my crumpled lunch bag, which has always had the same menu for the last 3 years. 2 peanut butter sandwiches and a few carrot sticks. Before I bolt out the car again, she says, Tell him you ran into the door. Then in a voice she rarely uses with me, she states, have a nice day. I look into her swollen red eyes. She still has a hangover from last night's stupor. Her once beautiful shiny hair is now frazzled clumps. As usual, she wears no makeup. She is overweight and she knows it. And all this has become Mother's typical look. Because I am so late, I have to report to the administrative office. The gray-haired secretary greets me with a smile. Moments later, the school nurse comes out and leads me into her office, where we go through the normal routine. First, she examines my face and arms. "What's that above your eye?" she asks. I nod sheepishly. "Oh, I ran into the hall door by accident." Again, she smiles and takes a clipboard from the top of a cabinet. She flips through a page or two, then bends down to show me. Here, she points to the paper. "You said that last Monday. Remember?" I quickly changed my story. I was playing baseball and I got hit by the bat. It was an accident. Accident. I am always supposed to say that, but the nurse knows better. She scolds me, so I'll tell the truth. I always break down in the end and confess, even though I feel like I should protect my mother. The nurse tells me that I'll be fine and asks me to take off my clothes. We have been doing this since last year, so I immediately obey. My long sleeve shirt has more holes than Swiss cheese. It's the same shirt I've worn for about 2 years. Mother has me wear it every day as her way to humiliate me. My pants are just as bad, and my shoes have holes in the toes. I can wiggle my big toe out of one of them. While I stand clothed only in my underwear, the nurse records my various marks and bruises on the clipboard. She counts the slash-like marks on my face, looking for any she might have missed in the past. She is very thorough. Next, the nurse opens my mouth to look at my teeth that are chipped from having been slammed against the kitchen countertop. She jots a few more notes on the paper. As she continues to look me over, she stops at her old scar on the stomach. "And that," she says, as she takes a deep swallow, "is where she stabbed you?" Oh, this book really is dark. Holy shit. "Yes, ma'am," I reply. "Oh no," I tell myself. "I've done something wrong. Again." The nurse must have seen the concern in my eyes. She puts the clipboard down and hugs me. God, I tell myself, she is so warm. I don't want to let go. I want to stay in her arms forever. I hold my eyes tightly shut, and for a few moments, nothing else exists. She pats my head. I flinch from the swollen bruise Mother gave me this morning. The nurse then breaks the embrace and leaves the room. I rush to put the clothes back on. She doesn't know it, but I do everything as fast as possible. Oh, excuse me. The nurse returns in a few minutes with Mr. Hanson and the principal and the two of my teachers, Miss Woods and Miss Ziegler. Mr. Hanson knows me very well. I've been in his office more than any other kid in school. He looks at the paper as the nurse reports her findings. He lifts my chin. Give me 1 second. One shot, two. Okay, I'm going to try to read up to chapter 2. I don't know if I'll be able to. My eyes are starting to hurt. I can't read for very long. It's weird. He lifts my chin. Just took a melatonin. I ate 12 nuggets. Nice, buddy. I hope you enjoyed your nuggies. I'm afraid to look into his eyes, which is mostly a habit from trying to deal with my mother, but it's also because I don't want to tell him anything. Once, about a year ago, he called Mother to ask about my bruises. At that time, he had no idea what was really going on. He just knew I was a troubled kid who was stealing food. When I came to school the next day, he saw the results of Mother's beatings. He never called her again. Mr. Hanson barks. He's had enough of this. I almost leap out of my skin with fear. He is going to call Mother again. My brain screams. I break down and cry. My body shakes like jello, and I mumble like a baby, begging Mr. Hanson not to phone Mother. "Please," I whine, "not today. Don't you understand it's Friday?" What are we reading? The one that's supposed to make you cry. Hi, Juan. I've been reading this for a while. Do you not want me to read it anymore? I don't even think I can read anymore anyways. My eyes are starting to hurt. Since it's too late for homeroom class, I sprint directly to Mrs. Woodworth's English class. Today is a spelling test on all the states and their capitals. I'm not prepared. Usually I'm a very good student. But for the past few months, I gave up on everything in my life, including escaping my misery through the schoolwork. No, keep reading. Okay. Upon entering the room, all the students plug their noses and hiss at me. The substitute teacher, a younger woman, waves her hands in front of her face. She's not used to my smell. At arm's length, she hands my test to me. But before I can take my seat in the back of the class, by an open window, I'm summoned back to the principal's office. The entire room lets out a howl at me, the reject of the 5th grade. I run to an administration office and I'm there in a flash. My throat is raw and still burns from yesterday's game. Mother played against me. The secretary leads me into the teacher's lounge. After she opens the door, it takes a moment for my eyes to adjust. In front of me, sitting around the table, are my homeroom teachers, Mr. Ziegler, and my math teacher, Miss Moss, the school nurse, Mr. Hanson, and a police officer. Oh shit. My feet become frozen. I don't know whether to run away or wait for the roof to cave in. Mr. Hanson waves me in as the secretary closes the door behind me. I take a seat in the head of the table, explaining I didn't steal anything today. Smiles break everyone's depressed frowns. I have no idea that they're about to risk their jobs to save me. The police officer explains why Mr. Hanson called him. I can feel myself shrink into the chair. The officer asks that I tell him about Mother. I shake my head no. Too many people already know the secret, and I know she'll find out. A soft voice calms me. I think it's Miss Moss. She tells me it's all right. I take a deep breath, wringing my hands, and reluctantly tell him about Mother and me. Then the nurse has me stand up and show the policeman the scar on my chest. Without hesitation, I tell them it was an accident, which it was. Mother never meant to stab me. I cry as I spill my guts, telling them Mother punishes me because I am bad. I wish they would leave me alone. I feel so slimy inside. I know after all these years, there is nothing anyone can do. A few minutes later, I am excused to sit in the outer office. As I close the door, all the adults look at me, shake their heads in an approving way. I fidget in my chair, watching the secretary type papers. It seems forever before Mr. Hanson calls me back into the room. Miss Woods and Mr. Ziegler leave the lounge. They seem happy, but at the same time, worried. Miss Woods kneels down and wraps me in her arms. I don't think I will ever forget the smell of her perfume and her hair. She lets go, turning away so I won't see her cry. Now I am really worried. Mr. Hanson gives me a lunch tray from the cafeteria. My God, is it lunchtime already? I ask myself. I gobble down the food so fast I can barely taste it. I finish the tray in record time. Soon the principal returns with a box of cookies, warning me not to eat so fast. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, thank you, Power. Welcome to the channel. One of my guesses is that my father... Please hit that sub button if you can. If you haven't already. One of my guesses is that my father, who is separated from my mother, has come to get me. But I know it's a fantasy. The policeman asks for my address and telephone number. That's it, I tell myself. It's back to hell. I'm going to get it from her again. We'll finish the chapter, then I'll be done reading for the night. The officer writes down more notes as Mr. Hanson and the school nurse look on. Soon he closes his notepad and tells Mr. Hanson that he has enough information. I look up at the principal. His face is covered with sweat. I can feel my stomach start to coil. I want to go to the bathroom and throw up. Mr. Hanson opens the door and I can see all the teachers on their lunch break staring at me. I do remember you, baby Saja. Welcome back. Where was I? I'm so ashamed. They know, I tell myself. They know the truth about my mother. The real truth. It is so important for them to know that I'm not a bad boy. I want so much to be liked, to be loved. I turn down the hall. Mr. Ziegler is holding Miss Woods. She is crying. I can hear her sniffle. She gives me another hug and quickly turns away. See, when it comes to the H words in this book, the way that they're written, they kind of look like B's. That's why I'm kind of hesitating before I say the word. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Stop reading? No. Mr. Ziegler shakes my hand. Be a good boy, he says. Yes, sir, I'll try, is all I can say. A school nurse stands in silence beside Mr. Hanson. Excuse me, they all tell me goodbye. Now I know I'm going to jail. Good, I tell myself. At least she won't be able to beat me if I'm in jail. The police officer and I walk outside past the cafeteria. I can see some of the kids from my class playing dodgeball. A few of them stop playing. They yell, David's busted, David's busted. The policeman touches my shoulder, telling me everything's okay. As he drives me up the street away from Thomas Edison Elementary School, I see some kids who seem to be fazed by the departure. Before I left, Mr. Ziegler told me he would tell the other kids the truth. The real truth. Good, leave, bye. I would give anything to have been in this class when they found out I'm so bad. In a few minutes, we arrive at the Daly City Police Station. I sort of expect Mother to be there. I don't want to get out of the car. The officer opens the door and gently takes me by the elbow into the big office. No other person is in the room. The policeman sits in a chair in the corner where he types several sheets of paper. I watch the officer closely as I slowly eat my cookies. I savor them as long as I can. I don't know when I will be eating again. It's past 1 o'clock p.m. When the policeman finishes his paperwork, he asks for my telephone number again. Why, I whine. I have to call her, David, he says gently. No, I command. Send me back to school. Don't you get it? She mustn't find out I told. He calms me down with another cookie as he slowly dials 756-2460. I watch the black dial turn as I get up and walk towards him, straining my whole body while I'm trying to hear the phone ringing on the other end. Mother answers. Her voice scares me. The policeman waves me away and takes a deep breath before saying, Mrs. Pelzer, this is Officer Smith from the Daly City Police Department. Your son David... Oh, I'm getting shivers reading this. Your son David will not be coming home today. He will be in the custody of the San Mateo Juvenile Department. If you have any questions, you can call them. He hangs up the phone and smiles. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? He asks me. But the look on his face tells me he is assuring himself more than he is me. A few miles later, we are on the Highway 280, heading towards the outskirts of Daly City. I look to my right and see a sign that says, the most beautiful highway in the world. The officer smiles with relief as we leave the city limits. David Pelzer, he says, you're free. What? I ask, clutching my only source of food. I don't understand. Aren't you taking me to some kind of jail? Again, he smiles and gently squeezes my shoulder. No, David, you have nothing to worry about. Honest, your mother is never going to hurt you again. I lean back against the seat. A reflection from the sun hit my eyes. I turn away from the rays as a single tear runs down my cheek. I'm free? And then chapter 2. Which I'm going to fold the page so that way I can continue next time. But, wow. I'm not going to lie, guys. I actually got shivers down my spine reading that. And that was only the first chapter. I think there's, how many chapters are there in here? Well, before the epilogue, there are 7 chapters. I'm not going to read the whole book on stream. Obviously, I'll read the rest of it to myself, but wow. That is just crazy. Actually, I'll put the book over there so that way I can remember that I have to read it. Like that, I'm in the middle of reading it. Guys, for anyone who has not subscribed to Corey, his channel is pinned down at the bottom. If you guys can go over there and quickly sub to him. That would help a lot. So, Sue, I hope you enjoyed your story. Wish this would stop falling. Stay. Hey, Goofy, what's going on? Remember me? I think so, Amelia. I don't I'm not entirely sure. And pardon me if I don't. But I'm not even gonna be alive much longer. I think I'm gonna get off here in a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna finish the chat. I need to relax my foot, guys. I figured I would come on, you guys know,